Hey, what's going on, infos? Retro Anime here, or if you like, R2. Now, as you probably have already noticed, this is going to be a fucking very long video. So get yourself a drink, whatever you want. Me, I've got my coffee. I'm not exactly sure where to look. I'm using my phone, so the video quality might be a little bit different. And my eyes might be all over the shop. And there's shit on the screen on my phone that shouldn't be there. But, yeah, anyway, I'm going to start off this video with a little story. Now, I used to be a massive VHS collector. I had probably over 1,000 tapes all up, and my pride of my collection was the 500 or so tapes that made up pretty much an entire wall of cartoon and anime tapes. Now, I love these things. Now, this wasn't your Disney movies that are a dime a dozen. These were old school 70s and 80s, early 90s anime. Lots of random cartoons from my childhood. So there was a lot of like Treasure Island, where all the characters are animals. I think mainly dogs. There was Philbert the Frog. There was your traditional He-Man and Transformers and Voltron and those sort of cartoons. But I had some really oddball stuff. A lot of Australian titles like The Adventures of Sam, which is a really cool Australian cartoon. I had some Kimber the White Lion, which are, they're pretty common. A lot of Care Bears and stuff like that. I did have pretty much every Australian release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I think I was just missing one. It went, I think, maybe 10 to 14 tapes of this first season, and then I think they only did about 4 or 5 of season 2, what they called season 2. But there was, I had a lot. I had such an amazing collection. I had a complete Guyver series, complete Street Fighter animated series. I had a complete Pokemon release on VHS, including all the movies. The entire series that got released on VHS. I think it was about 22 or 23 tapes. I even had the volume 1 that came with the Nintendo 64, so it was exactly the same as a standard volume 1, but it had Nintendo on it, all over it, so it was really cool. And it's appropriate coffee mug too, Nicktoons. Yeah, I had so many cartoon tapes, and I'd watched them. Lots of Hannibal Bearer. That was what, like Yogi's treasure race or hunt or something like that. Lots of Flintstones and Jetsons. Just lots of really oddball stuff. I had some original old school play school tapes, the specials that they had. One was in the Vic Gardens in Melbourne. That was an amazing tape with John and Benita. I think Aussies will know what play school is. There was heaps. There's heaps. Just thinking about it now, it's just upsets me, because what I did was I was moving house, I think, at the time, or I just had gone through some shit, and I was just looking at it and I was like, you know what, I don't want this. I don't need this. It's just, I think it just got a bit too much. I was living with my parents at the time. This happened probably about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and because I was living with them so I could save up and go overseas, which I did, and it was awesome. But I ended up just packing them all up. I kept maybe a half a dozen to a dozen, if that, and I packed them all up and just took them to the local op shop so they could make some money, because there was a lot of tapes on here. I mean, I could have sold these off and made probably some good coin, but I thought, no, I'll take it to the op shop, because the amount of stuff I've gotten from them, over the years has been awesome. So I thought I'd give back. And so, yeah, I took them, told them what they were worth, what roughly they should be able to sell. Even if they sold them for $1 each, they'd make, $500, because there was a good 500 tapes easily that I took there. And they ended up just putting them in a shopping trolley and putting them out the front of their store for free and just giving them away for free. Now, that, I was really pissed off, and I was a little bit upset as well, because I was trying to do a good thing, and if I had known they were just going to give them away for free, I would have either kept them or just given them to people that would appreciate them, because the people that would have taken them were people trying to resell them. Now, if I'm not going to resell them, then I'm not letting anybody else resell them. But that's what they did, and to this day, it's haunted me because there was some friggin' amazing, especially anime tapes that I'm probably never gonna see ever again. I was lucky. I kept one. It's over there. I kept one anime tape that I'm glad I did. Was the Castle of Cagliostro. It's my favorite Ghibli film, and I'm glad I kept that one because I'll never find that ever again. But and now that I'm involved in this, I'm getting involved in the horror community on Instagram, and VHS collecting community on Instagram, and I've made some really awesome friends on there, and it makes me want to collect them again. I want to get that wall back, that 500 tape collection back, behemoth collection that rivaled anything that anyone has ever had in terms of anime tapes. I know there are some sick collections out there of just anime cartoon tapes that just make me so jealous and envious of my own collection, original collection. So these boxes behind me, there's about 20 boxes here, and they are full of VHS, because some of you may have known on my Instagram account, Movie Palooza, used to be called VHS Palooza, and I was selling VHS tapes, and I feel I was selling them for a pretty reasonable price, and I was selling them to people that would appreciate them, and that's why I was doing it. I was collecting a little bit, but not so much, but I was just buying them all up from the op shops and stuff and cleaning them up. I'd clean them and disinfect them and really try and I'll change cases out where I had to. I clean mold off where I had to, and I really was just trying to find them a new home, because I know most of them were just going to go into the tip. So and I made a little bit of money out of that, so that was good. But I went away for a month and I couldn't do anything with the account for a month, and I went away and I just couldn't be bothered doing it when I came back. So I met a couple awesome people, pretty much giving them all of these for just the chance to hang out. But I know that they're going to really appreciate those. It might be a future video about when all this COVID ends and we can actually get rid of them. But I've got a stack here that I'm keeping for myself because I really want to get that wall back, as I said. So we're going to quickly go through every single one of these tapes because I'm going to talk about some of them, and it might even inspire you guys to start collecting cartoon tapes, or as I've been inspired by people out there in the community to do the same. So sit back and relax, grab your favorite drink, and we'll start with Chippendales Rescue Rangers, Crime Busters. This was, I had this one as a kid. I don't know if it was this exact tape, like with the clamshell, but I had this one as a kid. This has got Catteries Not Included, where the guy has all the robot dogs and he's like going around and eating all the cats, like capturing all the cats so he could get their static energy. And Piracy Under the Sea, so I had like those pirate rats or mice or something in the pirate ships in the ocean, and they recruit Chip and Dale, and then it was really cool. But I watched those 2 episodes so many, like I watched that originally just hundreds of times, I reckon, just constantly on repeat. I remember just on repeat that I only remembered from when I found this tape, and I was like, I remember having this. So I had some Disney TV series in my original collection, a lot of sing-along tapes, some Aladdin tapes. I even had a couple of Darkwing Duck tapes, but I didn't have this actual Chippendales tape, so it was awesome to find this in my travels. I think I paid $2, but I'm not going to name what I paid for everything because I can't remember. But yeah, that's really cool. Pete's Dragon. The only reason I'm keeping this one is because of the clamshell and this awesome artwork. But it's just it feels pretty good. Like, it's just a sell-through tape. It's just pretty. It's not an X rental or anything, but it feels pretty solid. I might even check it out one day. I'm never going to bother with the remake, but I remember as a child this as like a real little kid, because I don't know when this came out. 82 maybe? No way, not 82. I'm just trying to read these Roman numerals. That'll be 72. 52. Yeah, sorry. 1952. I'm just trying to read the Roman numerals. 1952. That's pretty good that I can remember that. That I can read that. This scared the hell out of me. I don't know why, but it scared the crap out of me. But this is just a cool clamshell, and I haven't seen that type of clamshell for it before. So I know you can get it on Blu-ray and DVD and stuff, but that's cool just to have in the collection. Okay, this isn't a cartoon. There are some non-cartoon ones in here, but I know there could be 100 tapes in here, so it's going to be a long video, but I feel like it needed to be to have that introduction as to why I got these. But I got Cozzy. This is an amazing Australian film. It's based off a play by Looney, and it's the second in a trilogy, like an unofficial trilogy. The one before this, I don't think ever got a theatrical release. It was only done as a play called The Summer of Aliens, which has got nothing to do with aliens at all. It's just it was a coming of age story, I think, set in the 50s. And it's a really good play. I actually seen the play. But I got this because I actually was in this play. I played the main lead by Ben Mendelsohn. I can't even think of his name. Lewis, yeah, of course, because it's basically, and the person who wrote it was Louis Nara, so Lewis Nara. So I guess it's based on his life even. I'm not 100%, but that's just too much of a coincidence. But this is a really good play. This has got This has got a good movie. This has got Toni Collette, Barry Otto, Rachel Griffiths, Jackie Weaver, some really good Australian artists. A couple of those people you might know, Rachel Griffiths and Toni Collette. Toni Collette from Hereditary. Cool. I'm guessing that I was just reading the message that popped up. This is awesome. So that's the only reason I kept this, is because I've actually done this play, and I've still got my original script. So it was really cool to have this in the collection, because I'd probably check it out again one day. I reckon it'd be pretty good. We've got, this is my favorite version of the Jungle Book. This has got Jason Scott Lee, Carrie Ells, Sam Neill, and John Cleese. What a cast! I love Carrie Ells. Men in Tights, Robin Hood Men in Tights. This is awesome. I really love this movie. I've never found it on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't even know if it has a Blu-ray release. It probably doesn't. So quite happy to have that on DVD. It does have a bit of a cut slip, but hey, shit happens. Then I got the sequel, which is a prequel, but it got released afterwards. Just Mowgli and Baloo. So it's about Baloo as a kid. About Mowgli as a kid, I guess. Probably more traditional to the original story, I would say. But this one is, Mowgli all grown up. So it's really cool. But that's awesome. They look cool on the shelf. Okay. This is just the weirdest fucking cover for this movie, but it's Godzilla vs. The Thing, which is Godzilla vs. Mothra. So it's just the oddest cover. I'm sure Mecha Mojo knows exactly why it's like that, but I have no idea. But yeah, it's a pretty shit tape. I have a feeling it's a boot as well, of some description, because it's not the best quality, but that's cool. I got Robotech Master Quest, Masters, which is a season 2, series 2 of Robotech, volume 1. I had them all. I had every Robotech tape originally, so it'll be cool to get them back in the collection. Now, this is awesome. This is fantastic. I have Discworld Weird Sisters, part 1 and 2. I remember watching these on the ABC, which is like they had a lot of, like in Australia, a lot of kids shows on the mornings and mainly afternoons. After school, you'd watch ABC for people that didn't have pay TV, which is me. This is awesome. This is based off Terry Pratchett. I've read the book. This is another play. There is a play of this. I was the fool in the play, because I did a lot of acting back in the day, and it was awesome. The play was amazing. I've got it on DVD somewhere actually. I've got the performance on DVD, so I should upload it. I wonder what the rights would be to upload that. It should be fine. But it's loosely based on Macbeth, so that's really cool. Discworld, Weird Sisters, and then this one is awesome. Discworld as well, part 1 and 2. Soul Music. This is really cool. This one I think is about death, and he's had enough of being death, so he gets his daughter to be death. He leaves and joins like the French Foreign Legion or something, and then this other and then it's got this group. This follows his band. I really have no idea, but that's awesome. Part 1 and part 2. I think they're incorrectly named, the parts. So I think part 1 is part 2 and part 2 is part 1, something like that. But that's awesome. I got a I got a random Beavis and Butthead, History of a Beavis, part 3. I haven't seen this before. I've seen Beavis and Butthead, but I don't remember any of these episodes. The only episode I remember of Beavis and Butthead is the one where they end up getting a bunch of nachos for really, really cheap for some reason. So, yeah, got that. Some recent pickups. I got Rugrats, All Growed Up, Five Tales. I didn't think this was even on VHS, so that's really cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these tapes or just Frankenstein them, because I want the actual coloured tapes for something. So I might take the spools out and just keep these tapes as shells for something. But yeah, that's cool. Got Rugrats. Didn't have any Rugrats in my previous collection because I thought it was a bit of a cop-out, but I think I'm going to keep them in this one because they're bloody awesome. I love Rugrats, clearly. I've got Rugrat Orange on the inside of my case here. Cup here. Rugrats Artsy Antics. This is cool. This is an 80s Thomas the Tank from 85, which is awesome. Narrated by Ringo Starr. It's the only reason why I have this. And they are worth a little bit of money, so I was selling these and making a little bit of coin off these Thomas the Tanks that were narrated by Ringo Starr. But I'm going to keep some of these, and the Fireman Sam and Postman Pat, because those three sort of, you know, they're almost staples of any Aussie that was born in the 80s. And I was born in 84, so I still remember the 80s. But yeah, that's cool. We got Zoids 2.5, New Century. This is the first series of Zoids, which is really cool. Second series, which I think is Chaotic Century, or is this the second series? Oh no, New Century must be the second series. Yeah, of course, because it's volume 2, so season 2. Chaotic Century is the first series, which is really good. So these are hard to find, so it's really cool to have these. I had a fair amount of them back in my old collection. Chuck Norris in Top Dog. I watched this almost every day for a few weeks there with my brother. This could be the actual tape too, because it's from Magnum Video in Raymond Street Sale, which is the Magnum movies Magnum Video where we used to go all the time. They were Civic and then they changed to Magnum. So this could be the actual tape that my brother and I rented. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway, that's cool. I've got Jackie Chan, Mr. Nice Guy. I had a pretty good selection of Asian cinema on VHS back in the day too, so I'm trying to get some back. So I got Mr. Nice Guy. I picked this one up in America a couple of years ago. Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. I have a VHS player up there that can play American tapes, so which is my main player, which is friggin' awesome because I paid $5 brand new for it from an op shop. So that's awesome. We've got another Rugrats tape here, Runaway Reptar. I got this one. I never had this one before. I was going to sell it. Somebody was interested, but then I stopped selling tapes. So, Lucky Luke and the Grand Duke. I don't know this cartoon. I might have heard of it before, but it's from '83, so it's going in the collection. We got American Yakuza 2. Never seen it. Haven't heard of it. It's got Michael Rooker in it though. It's not really Asian cinema. It's sort of, you know, it's sort of half and half. But I like those movies, obviously. What have we got here? Oh, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Absolutely classic. We got Felix the Cat, the movie. I watched this. This is fantastic. This is really good. I love the animation. The tape is a bit dirty in terms of... it's a bit noisy when you watch it. A lot of lines going through it and stuff like that. But it's a really cool... it's a cool movie and it works. So I got that. Nice clamshell as well. Got a couple of Asian cinema here. Jackie Chan, Master with the Cracked Fingers. This movie is not very good. I've seen that one before. It's a bit rough. It's very rough, and even he says it's rough. I read his biography, and even he thinks it's pretty rough. Original Godzilla film. This is the American version, I believe. Yeah, so this is the American release of Godzilla. So it has the... it's been edited, and they edited this guy in it. So he's a reporter, and he goes and he's reporting on the earthquakes and the Godzilla attacks and stuff. So it's the original Japanese version with English dubbing and added scenes, so it could be watched in an American audience. So yeah, it's really cool. Then we got Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. This is a siren. They were big in the 90s, and I want to say the early 90s to 97, maybe 98. Yeah, that's cool. Oh shit. We got Spawn. I believe this is volume 1 of the animated series. It doesn't actually say anywhere. It just says it's a feature-length animated adventure. So I would say it's about the first 3 episodes, perhaps. Doesn't have a time on it that I can see. 90 minutes. So yeah, it could be the first 3 or 4 episodes of the animated series. So that's really good. Haven't seen any of it actually. I do have it somewhere, but we got some more Asian cinema here, which I'll get out. So the first one we got is The Samurai. So Shintaro. If you know Shintaro had a huge... I'm just trying to see which episodes they are. A Touch of Death and Living Death. So Shintaro was, I want to say, in the 50s. Black and white samurai film, obviously in Japan. But when it came to Australia, it had such a cult following. Like, they just didn't understand how crazy and popular this was in Australia. Like, absolutely fucking huge. It's the 50s or 60s. I'm not 100%, but it's awesome. It's so good. You can get, I think there was 10 seasons. You can get all 10 seasons on it, like officially on DVD in Australia. So I will be looking for those. But that's cool just to have it on VHS because I've never seen that before. I don't even know where I got that. Warrior Within, Bruce Lee. It's a tribute, so it's like must be like a doco or just some of his fights or something. Yeah. I don't know. Jackie Chan, Who Am I? Really good movie. I have that on Blu-ray, I think. Okay, so we got some Pokemon here. I've just recently watched these, but I watched them on DVD. Pokemon 3, really trippy film. Pokemon the first movie, which I've seen about bloody 30 times. And just a random volume 6, Seaside Pikachu. Awesome. And then we have a Pokemon clone here. I think I'll upset some people. Digimon, we got volume 6, which actually Pokemon's Digimon clone, but anyway. Volume 6 here of the original series. And I believe this is the third series, volume 1 of the third series. Birth of Guilmon, which is, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were the third series. So that's cool. We got another Siren video here, Melton the Monster. Never had any of these, so it's cool to have one of these in the collection. Really interested in checking these out because I'm pretty sure these are from the 50s or 60s. Yeah, who knows? Have heard of these before, but never actually seen any. One of my absolute favorite characters from the 80s, and it's from earlier. Oh no, this is one's from 93, so I'm guessing maybe there was 80s, but it's Sui. I always remember the Black Hand, and he always used to, he was like a detective hunting down the Black Hand with his human friend, and they'd always find a bomb, and the bomb would explode, and like baked beans would go everywhere. I think that was it. Here we got another Rugrats tape, a Rugrats Vacation. Again, I'm not sure. Oh, this is just a black one, so. Oh shit. I'll probably keep it because it's just cool. It's just cartoons, and I still watch that stuff. You know, it's still good to just chuck them on randomly. Another Rugrats, Make Room for Dill. So that's part of the later series. Here we go. This is my jam, Fireman Sam, and I bet you right now you can still sing the theme song. Really, really good. I think it's the main guy from Men Behaving Badly. I think does his voice. We got a film pack release of Care Bears the movie, the first movie. So I'm guessing that that's not going to be the best. Yeah, not the best tape at all. I could probably crush that in my hand, but that'll do until I can find something replacement. We got Transformers Generation 2, the Autobot Run, and the Core. I chucked this on, and the computer graphics, it says with all new computer graphics and effects. It's just maybe 2 or 3 seconds of when they're changing, like when they go when they're changing from Autobots to Decepticons or whatever. It's nothing fancy, but that's cool to have. I've got another Pokemon here, and it's volume 16, Totally Togepi. It's really cool. Got some more Asian cinema. Try and get all this out of the way. We got Richard Chamberlain in Shogun. Never seen it. Looks really cool, so I'll be keen to check that out. Akira Kurosawa in Dreams. This is a UK release. I haven't seen this one before. Yeah, really don't know anything about it, but it's Akira Kurosawa, so it's going in the collection. I have a lot of his stuff on DVD. Over here. Oh, it's in reverse. There. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. I've got that on Blu-ray. Jackie Chan, Shaolin Wooden Men. I've got that on DVD as well. Jackie Chan, City Hunter. This is cool. This is a Hong Kong Legends tape, which I've got Hong Kong Legends DVD of the same movie. So that's awesome to have that. I'll just quickly go through these. I've got some Star Wars tapes. Back in my old collection as well, I had every Star Wars VHS except for Episode 3 that was ever released in Australia. I even had an American trilogy of the original as well, which I bought. I think I bought it over there and got it delivered here. I'm not sure. It's a long time ago. But I had just almost probably 98% of every release of Star Wars on VHS. Except for Episode 3. I had a chance to buy a copy for $30, probably about 10 years ago. And I just never did. It's like, no, I'm paying $30 for Episode 3. Man, that motherfucker, you just don't see it. You just don't see it if you see it at all. And I think it didn't get released here. I think it only got released in the UK. But I got the trilogy. This is the widescreen trilogy. The widescreen version, I believe. Is it the widescreen? No, it might not be. But it is the newer, like with all the effects on it. Is this not? It could be just the original without all the extra effects. I don't fucking know. I don't watch these ones. I got them on 4K, so. But that's a cool set to have. Original trilogy anyway. I have episode 1 and 2. These are still pretty cool. I love the gold cases. And then I have volume 1 again, or episode 1 again, but this is the widescreen version, so it's got a little bit different up there. So that's awesome. These are the special edition ones. So it's in the special gold case. I did have it in the silver case as well, but I don't have that at the moment, so I'll have to hunt that down. Star Wars is my, the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, is my favorite trilogy, hands down. My nickname in primary school, in high school, year 7 and 8 of high school was Star Wars, because I was so obsessed with Star Wars. I've got one Australian old school kids show. A little bit, I never watched it, but like religiously, like I did some other shows, but I did check out a few episodes. Sky Trackers. It's really cool. I kept this one because it's just awesome. Mighty Mouse was one of my favorite when I was a real little kid. I remember loving Mighty Mouse so much. So this has got 6 episodes, 7 episodes on there. So that's just really cool to have that. It's a really nice tape, good quality. You know, there's a lot of these sort of old classic 40s and 50s cartoons out there on tapes, and I had a fucking probably about 30 or 40 of them as well. So a lot of Falcon Leghorn and, you know, Bugs Bunny and Popeye and Lucy, Lou, whatever her name is, and Betty Boop and Casper and all those fucking heaps of them. But I'm not going to collect them again just because maybe, I don't know, I say that now, but I got a couple of bumper packs here. Bumper packs, Looney Tune bumper packs. This is volume 1, and then this one is volume 9. So there's a lot of these out there, and these are worth a little bit of money, but nothing too crazy. I had so many of these. I had you know, I had probably 6 or 7 of these Looney Tunes ones. I had there was a Tasmanian Devil one. I had there was maybe a Sylvester one or something, but oh god, I had about 15 of these things. Like, there was just I had so many, it was ridiculous. A couple more sort of double packs here, HR Puff and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to keep these, but for now I want to check something else. I never watched it, so I've got a double pack here. We've got a yellow one. We've got a green one. Should have put that in my green stack on Instagram, but that's alright. And a purple one. Someone put eyes on him, so it's like, it's not meant to be on there, but somebody put googly eyes on him. Hilarious. I had a lot of these tapes too, so I had a lot of like X-Men and Batman and like Spider-Man tapes, and I had a heap of like superhero tapes, so I'm gonna go for them again. X-Men Evolution. The series wasn't too bad, you know. I didn't mind it. I had a lot of old school Batman and Superman. I had a lot of Superman stuff as well. Like, it was really cool because Superman was like Superman and Friends. So there was like little tapes that had like Superman and Falcon Leghorn, or Superman and Casper cartoons, and Popeye cartoons and stuff like that. It was really weird. We got this Nickelodeon one, which has just got a collection. It's got some Wild Thornberry, SpongeBob, Rugrats, Rocket Power, and Hey Arnold. I stopped watching sort of after Rocket Power. I watched Rocket Power. The only reason I'd watch SpongeBob was because we used to get stoned and watch SpongeBob. That was it. I haven't really seen anything past maybe season 3 anyway. So then we got Barbie and the Rockstars. Now, this is a wicked animation. This is the second part to a 2-part series, I believe, where she goes sort of, oh no, this might be the first part even. She goes up in space, does a concert, and then somehow gets sent back to the 50s, and then does a concert and then goes back to normal time, some shit like that. I don't know, but this is cool. It's from 1987, so who cares that it's Barbie, man? That's awesome. Need to find the other part. Last little few here. I never had these in the collection before, so this is awesome to have these. And it's The Mummy. So we've got 3 volumes of The Mummy. So this is the Mummy from Brendan Fraser, and this is the animated series. I'm guessing it's volume 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if it actually says anywhere, but I've never seen this cartoon. Didn't even know it existed. It came out 2002, so it's a very late release VHS. So that's awesome. So we got Search for the Scrolls, Against the Elements, and The Boy Who Would Be King. So I'm guessing it's based on the after the second movie, perhaps. I had all these, so I'm gonna have to get all these back again. Where's Wally? It's what we call Where's Waldo. In Australia, we call it Where's Wally, because Waldo means, at least back in the day, I think when it came out, Waldo means like your knob and bollocks. So in Australia, you know, we're very, very sensitive. We couldn't have a show called Waldo because it means your cock. But that's cool. Volume 6. There's only 6 volumes in that series. This is what I was talking about before. Legends of Treasure Island, based on the Robert Louis Stevenson thing of the same name, book of the same name. But they're animals, and I think they're mainly dogs. So, but this was a cool series. This was awesome. I had the first 11, I want to say 11 volumes. I don't know where it was made, like if it was done from, this is volume 4, cool. I don't know if this was done like a Canada or a production or a British production, I can't remember. But it was a wicked show. It was really, really cool. Like characters died and shit, like it was pretty good. Oh, this one's cool. This is a fairly recent find, Old Tom. I didn't really watch this show, but as it came out in 2002. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, probably, maybe. But that's still cool, because this is part of ABC. What I was talking about before. You'd watch this on the ABC channel. So that's awesome. The channel ABC has its own store, the ABC store, where you can buy like music and merchandise and books and CDs and DVDs and stuff like that. And I'm guessing this shit. This is an Aussie show, by the way. Awesome. What have we got here? Oh, this one's cool. This is a UK copy of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, also known as something else. I think it's known as like Mr. Ichabod or some shit. I'm sure someone will tell me. We've got Teen Wolf, episode 13 and 14. Didn't have any of this before, never seen any of it. So that's awesome. I still got to check this out, but I don't want to watch just random episodes. I want to watch it from the start. I kept this for now because it's a nice tape. Roadrunner Wily Coyote, The Scrapes of Wrath. So 5 uncut, fully animated cartoons. I have Blu-ray rips of every single Looney Tunes cartoon that's out there. So, which I watch all the time. But it's just cool to have some tape because I chuck this on my tape player just on the background while I'm doing shit. Oh yeah, here's one of them. One that I didn't have in my previous collection, but these are hard to find. Yogi's Treasure Hunt. So this is really cool. It's one of the Hannibal Bearer. I had a lot of these rainbow tapes. Oh my god, which is a lot of Hannibal Bearer stuff. Pretty much only Hannibal Bearer stuff. But there was some really cool stuff in that rainbow label. So I'm always looking. Easy to spot when you're out hunting. This one's volume. Doesn't actually have a volume. It's the search for the Moaning Lisa. I wonder why she's moaning, but anyway. That's from 86. Grow up. Then we got Paddington Bear, The Ghost of Christmas Paddington. This is another rainbow release, even though it's not Hanna-Barbera. But that's... oh, it is. Oh, no shit. I didn't know that it was. Okay. Cool. I'll watch that at Christmas time. And the last 4... yeah, here we go. New Century, Volume 1. So it is the second season. Zoids. I got Jim Henson's The Storyteller. This is Volume 3. This has my favorite story on here. If you don't know what this is, holy fuck. If it's on YouTube, go and look at it up on YouTube. It is absolutely amazing. It uses Jim Henson puppets. It's got John Hurt, I believe, as the storyteller, and he just tells almost, I think they're Brothers Grimm. He tells the Brothers Grimm tales, I'm pretty sure. But he tells just really, or maybe even some Hans Christian Andersen classic sort of fairy tales. He tells them, and they're really creepy and dark, and some of them are really brutal. But my favorite one of all time is The Soldier and Death, and that's on this tape, and that's really cool. And then we got Flash Gordon, which I only just watched the movie the other day for the first time, so yeah, there's just 3 episodes on here. It came out in 95, so there you go. So I would have been watching, 95, I was only grade 5 at the time in primary school. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. And then the last one, absolute classic, it even says it in the name, Ren and Stimpy, the classics. I'm pretty sure they're even on my cup. Yep, they're on my cup. It's great. There's like 3 episodes in there from 96. I had more, but they're actually pretty popular, and I did sell them. So, but that's a big stack of tapes. Thank you for sitting through it. I'm at about 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to collect tapes now. Again, not as heavily as what I used to do, but I'm going to go pretty hard. I know it's a bit of a contradiction there, but it is what it is. Anyway, cheers to you guys for watching. Let me know if there's any cartoons in here that you've never heard of before that you're keen to look at. recommend me some. You know, if you've got some and you want to do some trades, I got some trade bait. A lot of that's already spoken for, but I will have some leftovers for sure. But I do have some other big lots that I've already purchased, so I will be probably doing some trade videos as well, so we can do some trades. Probably post some trades on Instagram as well. But check out my Instagram account. It's called Movie Palooza. It's really cool. The community there have been so fucking great. I'm getting involved in a lot of tags, tag posts and stuff like that, which I've never used to. I never even really did tag videos. I've got one I've got to do. Sorry, Central Last 6 or Metal Dweeb, whatever the fuck you go by. I will get that done. But thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.